Throughout the ages, many debates have arisen. What came first, the chicken or the egg? What's the best thing since sliced bread? Why hasn't my dad come back from the store? Seriously, it's been 15 years. I think he got lost. What film is better, Alien or Aliens? It's Alien. And should aliens stay aliens? Or in other words, should the xenomorph stay a xenomorph? So, no hybrid tomfoolery. It's a question that has divided the Alien fanbase more than Prometheus and Covenant. And I'm here to give my humble opinion that is obviously right and shouldn't be questioned whatsoever because as a YouTuber, my word is law. Does everybody understand? Great. Obviously, I'm joking, don't take it seriously. So this video is gonna be a bit of a rant. So emotionally prepare yourself because it might get loud, it might get mean, and depending on what side you're on in this debate, you might get a little wet.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So let's settle this debate right here and now. Aliens should not stay aliens. And here are the 3 reasons why. Reason 1, it's boring. This is a franchise that has been around for 45 years and has 7 films, technically 9 if you count the AVP movies. And if I were to see the exact same type of antagonist for 45 years, I think I would lose it. Let alone watching 7 movies back to back and seeing the same villain doing the same thing. So switching it up every once in a while is a great thing. And yes, sometimes it doesn't always lead to the greatest outcome, but as much as I hate Resurrection, and that's actually the only Alien movie I don't like, I like the concepts of the movie. The cloning, an android not knowing that they are an android, and of course the weird wax baby at the end. I just don't think they stuck to the landing, but the ideas aren't bad, and they're actually amazing. I think when it comes to that movie, what really hurt it the most was Joss Whedon's more humorous script did not mesh well with the director's interpretation of what Whedon wrote. And on top of that, Whedon's quippy tone shouldn't have been the tone of the movie anyways. So even if Whedon did direct it himself, it probably still wouldn't have worked. Also, adding synthetics and the Weyland Company as extra antagonists also help with this problem a lot. Reason 2. Ignoring what a xenomorph is. By not allowing these hybrid-like changes, we are essentially ignoring what a xenomorph is, which is in itself a hybrid. The way a xenomorph looks has always been decided by the host it inhabits. It's been established since Alien, and I mean it's literally called a xenomorph. So depending on the cut of Alien 3 you watch, that's why a xenomorph being birthed from a dog looks so different, and that's why many comics depicting xenomorphs have given them different animal-like hosts, allowing there to be changes to the design, which goes right back to reason 1. It's interesting to see a xenomorph inhabit different things to see the outcome. Reason 3, it doesn't break continuity. Like stated in Reason 2, it was already established that xenomorphs take on similarities to their host. And in the first Alien, you see when the Nostromo crew goes into the engineer's ship that there is a hole in the engineer's chest. And below his seat, there is a hole that leads to the next deck where all of the facehugger eggs are laid. That hole in the ship looks like it was created by the xenomorph's acidic blood, as the hole is corroded on the sides. And the production team based parts of the xenomorph's design off of the space jockey to allude that the xenomorph did indeed in some way come from the engineer. So it already establishes in Alien that the xenomorph that was birthed from the engineer laid eggs, then from those eggs it breeds with a human, creating a hybrid design between the DNA and likeliness it already inhabited from an engineer and that of the new human host. So by doing all these weird hybrids, more specifically the one seen in Resurrection and Romulus, it does not break any canon and actually adds to it. The counter argument: just don't write hybrids. Yeah, the creative teams could simply avoid this debate by not writing in these types of hybrid creatures, but once again, I go right back to reason 1, which in all honesty, I did not think I would be referring for this whole video, but during the writing process, I have realized how truly important it is. It would be boring not to push the boundaries of the universe or the continuity. I think that's what's great about having these big franchises. It's the ability to get lost in another world. And to keep that world real and interesting, you have to keep evolving it. So without change, you're stuck with the same thing over and over again. And as much as people complain about not having anything new, a lot of the time when new things come, they dismiss it and want it to be what they remember. Deep down inside, we find comfort in the familiar. And secretly, we don't want change. So for better or for worse, I'm glad the Alien franchise has been one of constant change and constant boundary pushing, and that's why it's one of my favorite franchises. And hopefully, more franchises try to take more risk to better the future of their projects. And as audience members, I hope we learn to be okay with change and embrace it, so we don't end up with the same boring, lifeless blockbusters over and over again.